Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Chance, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Chance's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we provide is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. And Chance has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now Chance is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Chance take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to give is Chance heel. You're going to start walking, and then Chance should fall in line appropriately there on your left-hand side. He should be walking at your pace, whether it's a faster pace or a slower pace, and he should not be lagging behind on the leash nor pulling ahead and lunging. If he is to do so, tell him no, followed by a correction on the correction collar, and repeat the heel command. Also incorporated in our heeling exercise is an automatic sit. So you see every time that Fred stops, Chance sits nicely right there at his left heel position. Good boy. If he does not follow through with your automatic sit, again, tell him no, followed by a tug and release on the correction collar towards the rear, and repeat the sit command. Now the next command that they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command, and it's a hand and voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm in front of his muzzle, and the one-word command to stay, and then walk out to the end of your training leash. Now Chance should remain seated in this position and should not break. This is a great command to practice frequently throughout your day to help build up his ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. And when you're practicing at home, start at about 1 minute for your sit-stay and increase your intervals, working up to a total of 3 minutes for your long sit-stay. When you return back, be sure to walk all the way around, behind in a counterclockwise motion, returning so that Chance is once again on your left-hand side. Great job. And the boys are going to go ahead and run through their heel, sit and stay for you again. Again, the command for the heel is Chance heel. It's an automatic sit. Again, if he does not follow through, provide a nice firm no with a tug and release on that training collar, and repeat the sit command. Open flat of your left palm in front of his muzzle, the command to stay out to the end of the leash. Now Fred's going to give him a moment to hold his sit-stay, and then they're going to go ahead and demonstrate the recall or the come-on command. And for this command, you're going to call Chase in using his name in a happy voice.
Chase, come.
He should then come directly in front of you and sit. Good boy. And then we return him to heel position by heeling around the back of us, back to your left-hand side where he's going to go ahead and sit nicely. Now see, he didn't sit, so Fred told him no, a tug and release towards the reel on the collar, and told him to sit. Good boy. Out to the end of the leash from your sit-stay. Give him a moment to hold it. And then call him in. Gather that leash in front of you as he's coming in to sit nicely, just in case he tries to jump up. You do have the leash in your hand to give him a correction. And around the back of you to your left-hand side, sitting nicely. Good boy. It is important to let Chance know that he is completing his commands appropriately and keeping him motivated to continue doing so by using lots of positive reinforcement. You can either verbally praise him and tell him he's a good boy, or physically praise him and give him some peps. Now the next command that they're going to demonstrate is the first of our down commands, and it's the down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give that stay command and walk out to the end of your training leash once again. And then with the down stay, he should remain laying down and should not break from this position. And when you're practicing your long down stay at home, you want to start at 3 minutes, and you'll increase your intervals over time, working up to a total of 5 minutes for your long down stay. And again, this is another command that you want to make sure you're practicing frequently to help build up that ability to down stay for longer periods of time. Fred's returning back. Again, counterclockwise, returning so that Chance is once again on his left-hand side. Good boy. Good time to remind you that although you should be practicing your commands throughout your day and generalizing them both indoors and outdoors, any chance that you get, you want to make sure, there you go, small little correction, and Fred told him no, and he repeated the sit command, good boy. You want to make sure that you're practicing your commands and setting aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day to work him in his commands in a formal obedience session.
Stay.
So Fred leaves them in a down stay, and now they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come command from the down position this time. Gets on up and comes in. Good boy. Good boy. I'll shake it out there. And then this last command that they're heeling into position for is the second of our down commands, and it's the down from a heel position. I'm sorry, down from a distance. So you're going to leave them in a sit stay, walk out to the end of your leash, and from the end of the leash, use your right hand to give Chance the down command. Good boy. So what Fred and Chance are about to demonstrate for you is a little bit of our advanced off-leash training. What Fred's going to do is leave Chance in a sit-stay and drop the leash, and he's going to increase his distance on his sit-stay just by a couple feet there. Again, this is something that if you are very diligent with your training and you follow through with it, in the future you'll be able to eventually drop your leash and do some off-leash training with Chance. You want to make sure, though, that he is completing all of his commands for you on his leash and collar all of the time and following through appropriately before you attempt to drop the leash. So Fred demonstrated his sit stay and his down stay. Dropping the leash there. So we've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Chance has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Chance, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.